everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I've got this amazing collection from our friends at Paper Discovery from Practical Publishing. This is Music Play On Collection. It's a whole collection of dies and stamps. I can't wait to show you what my friend Debbie came up with, so come play with us. So let's take a look at these stamp sets. This is the Music Play On Textures, which is just this gorgeous, we've got our sheet of music here, and then this beautiful display of notes that seem to just be floating across the background. And then we've got the Music Play On Sentiments stamp set. So this is wonderful if you have a music lover in your home. And we've also got, for this cutting die, this one is called the Music Play On Music Stand Die Set. So this is a beautiful music stand, and then these work as pages, music pages to go on your stand. Now this does fit through a 6-inch wide platform, so it'll fit through your Big Shot and for your Gemini Junior without any problem. Our next set is the Music Play On Drum and Percussion Instruments die set, and it has got all these fantastic instruments. Debbie used some of these in really clever ways. And then finally, this one is the Guitar and Violin Card Front die set. So we've got the very large violin, or probably cello, and then we've got the guitar shape as well. Now, as you can imagine, these make very large cards, okay? The UK loves their large cards, so we're going to show you some spectacular cards making that Debbie made using these. So let's start off with the cello. Look at this one. So Debbie used, of course, the cello or violin shape, okay? Now this right here, this is all of a cutting die edge right here. This is no edge, so you can expand this, okay? So if you place this on cardstock that's a little bit wider, you're going to get this wider front right here. And then this side, you would turn your die, so you would do it this way, and then you would do it this way, and then you would turn it, okay? So you're going to have to flip one of your images, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So for this one, Debbie die cut it here, and then she extended this about a 1/2 inch, so it was just a little bit of a wider front here. And then she used this sweet little detail right here, this one right here. And when I was showing this to Paulette this morning, she said, "What is this? Is this like surreal string?" And I'm like, "No, that's cardstock." And Debbie used this piece right here, and then under this, a little bit of foam tape. Okay, and I don't play the cellos or the violin, so I'm really not sure what all of those pieces are. Let me know if you do play, and what is this piece called, okay? I'd be interested to know. So let's show you how Debbie did this. First of all, for her cardstocks, she used, this is Seasonal Splendor 12x12 solid, okay? It's got some really nice shades of brown and kind of ochres. And then she used the Seasonal Splendor 6x6 pattern cardstock for the inside of her card. So when you open it up, oh, it's got this beautiful floral display. All right, so these are the pieces that she used. Oops. All right. So for this first one, okay, die cut it like this, as I said, leaving a little bit extra on this side because this is not a cutting edge. So once you've die cut that piece, because you've moved it over a little bit, you just have to trim it right there and then right there to cut that free. All right, and then on this piece, you actually are going to die cut it on the opposite side. Okay, she left a little bit more, here we go, a little bit more space there. Turn that over, and then we're going to cut this free here and here. So there we've got our pieces. Now for the card, Debbie started off with a 5 by 6.5 inch card. Now she cut a 1/2 inch off the top to make that a 6-inch tall card, so it's now 6 by 5. Got that right here. So you can see it's a little bit smaller. All right, then she cut off a little bit from the open edge from the right side, probably just about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch from the side. So now when you open that up, okay, we're going to score here and here. So it's just at the halfway mark, okay? So halfway mark right here. So if this was 5 inches and she cut 1/4 inch off of it, now it's 4 3/4 of an inch. And I don't have my ruler with me, so you would just do it at the halfway part there. Scored that, and we have the Adorable Scoreable Mini, which is scoreboard. Adorable Scoreboard Mini, which I will list down below in the products used. And we're just going to fold that over, and that's going to be the base of the card. Now, as you can see, there's a gap right here, okay, and that's what we want. We've got our bone folder. Going to really score those new folds. Okay. And now what Debbie did was she glued this part right here, and you see why we had to cut this down, because this part right here is really narrow. So let me show you on this card. Let me just quickly like fold it without scoring it, which I would not recommend doing. There you go. This is what happens when you don't score it. It gets this kind of a lumpy edge right there. So when you put it like that, you're going to have this stick out, this little white spot right there. So that's why we're cutting some away. All right, so that's going to get glued right there. And then this side, which remember we turned it over, is going to go right here. Oops, we didn't cut that far enough away. Oh, something went wrong. So let's try this again. We're going to make it work, folks. Okay, we're going to put this one right here, move it over a little bit. Oh, I know what she did. Okay, so it does stick out a little bit right here. Maybe we can zoom in, Steve. It does overlap a little bit right here. So she's took her brown ink pad and she colored that, okay, so that it doesn't show on each side. That's why. So when I'm going to put this right here, I'm going to put this right here, it does show, okay? And also I did not cut mine wide enough, so it didn't overlap enough. So this piece right here, you're going to need about this much more, and then it'll overlap like hers did. See my difference here? I didn't cut it wide. Right there. So this piece right here, when you die cut it, you want to leave probably a full inch on this side, right here. Full inch on the left side so that it's really going to move over more. I didn't do that. So learn from my mistakes, folks. See, everybody makes mistakes, even when you think you know what's going on. All right, so then she went ahead and made a little plaque there using her stamp set. Cello there, which is this adorable little pun. And then on the inside, took strips of that 6x6 paper, glued that to the inside. Looks like she used her ink pad to color that seam right there between them, and then stamped happy birthday and all that jazz right there. So cute. Love what she did with that. All right, so for this card, what I should also mention that the cello, when it's finished, Debbie's card, is 6 inches by 7 inches. This is a large card, okay? So this would be one that you would probably hand deliver or place inside a package that you are mailing, or you would want to use like a padded envelope to mail that. All right, so this one, also a large card. This one is 8 by 6 inches, all right? And for this one, Debbie made this out of 12 by 12 black cardstock. You can't really see that too well because of the background. Here. All right, so this is 12 by 6, okay? And she went ahead and she, excuse me, this is 12 by 8, and she scored that in the center so that she was done. She had a 8 by 6 inch card. There we go. And then she used some beautiful music paper. Now, we have beautiful sheets of vintage, real sheets of music paper, okay? And I know that some of you are just horrified by the fact that, you know, beautiful books of music are torn out and we're using them for crafts, but these are actually damaged books, okay? So, but what's cool about them is they still have writing on them, and we have lovely, lovely sheets. They're all, of course, going to be different, but you will get full sheets of music that you can then use. So for us, these are ephemera that we are using for crafts. So she used that, cut that slightly smaller than her 8x6 card, and then she die cut that beautiful music stand right here out of hammered gold paper. It's gorgeous. And she die cut that and then matted that or glued that to black cardstock and then just cut around those edges. And then foam taped that to her card front. She used this large die for her music sheet there and inked the edges of that. And then we're going to use this little guy. This is a little accordion. And this one here, die cut that from both black and white. And it's got this beautiful, what is that? Clarinet? What is that? And let me show you how she did that. All right, so you've got your accordion die and you've cut it out of both black and white. And now you're going to cut away the white portion right here on the edge, and then this one as well. We're going to take our Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue, glue that right there. Now these dies have the keys on them and the little buttons and all of the little accordion part that is embossed, and so you'll need to do some shimming on that when you put that through your machine, just to really help that embossing kick in. Now, one of the things I noticed when I'm sometimes when I'm done and the embossed image doesn't turn out like I like the first time, if this was just a single piece and you hadn't cut it apart, you put this back on that piece and then just take like the handle of something like your blender brush and you just go like this over that area. Just give it a good rub when you're laying it down like that. Then that embossing really shows up a lot more. So of course you would want to do that before you cut all your pieces together. So now I'm going to use sponge dauber and a black ink pad. Where's my sponge dauber? It just ran away from me. Okay, and I've got my black ink pad and my sponge dauber. And these daubers are great for like just smaller detail. Go, and you're just brushing right over that. Maybe we can zoom in, Steve. And this is to help those little buttons and those little keys just show up a little bit better. Brushing that gently and then going around the edges like that. And then you'll notice that the little wind instrument here is cut also out of that hammered gold. And then on the back I've got a little piece of foam tape, and that's going to go right there. And of course you could replace that instrument with a lot of these smaller instruments. We've got bongos and tambourines and maracas, probably not the drum set. All right, so that's that one. And now this card that Debbie made used that wonderful background stamp, which I'm digging for here. Here we go, this one, which is just gorgeous. All right, and then she used some inking here. So we've got this is water reactive, Harmony water reactive ink. She didn't use it for those properties. She just used it for the color scheme that she wanted. So this is Midnight right here. And then we've got Crushed Velvet at the top, and we've got Honey Pot. All right. And then once she did that using a blending brush, and I'll show you that technique in a moment, she die cut her drum set from black cardstock. The detail portions of that she cut from silver linen cardstock. as you can see. And then right here, she took her little dauber and brushed on a little bit of metallic pigment, silver metallic ink, just to make those little details show up really well. All right, so let's take a look at how Debbie did that blending brush technique. All right, so we're gonna get our set of blending brushes here. Okay, and we're gonna start off with, I think I'm gonna start off with the yellow across the center. I like to start with the lightest color first. Just really getting that blender brush set there, and we're just gonna start off the paper and go all the way across. Really, really getting that color right. I think I'm just gonna do the end of the card here for the rest of it. All right, so now we're gonna start with the blue. And always remember, clean off your brush in between. Even though we're starting with a darker color, and it probably wouldn't, but if you put that yellow and that blue together and you haven't cleaned it, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get green on your card. Oh, I did it upside down. That's okay, we'll just turn it. All right. Blend that right into that yellow. And we're going to clean that off. And then we're going to do brushed velvet for that purple right at the top. And we're kind of going into that yellow a little bit. So there we go. As you can see, that's what we're doing. And then when I'm done with all of that, and I've got those colors on, then I'm going to go back to that yellow. And with the yellow, you're just going to go kind of between those colors and just broadening that up a little bit to get that nice blend. Debbie did that. Okay, so you guys, we've got a fantastic money saver on this wonderful music collection. So definitely check that out. It would be on the right-hand side of our page. Here we go. And all the other supplies that we use, maybe we can zoom out, Steve. All the other supplies that we used are down below in the products used. So if you're interested in one stamp set or one die, that's available there. And if you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and check us out in the description box below the video. You'll see a link that'll take you to paperwishes.com, and you will find that Webisode page and see the money saver and see all the products that we use that you can just drop right into your cart. And hey, give us a thumbs up. It really helps people find us, and subscribe. We do 3 to 5 videos a week, and we don't want you to miss any. Thanks for joining us today, and I'll see you next time.